some garden cleanup. I've already gotten started on this row. That old fence came all the way down. It's pretty janky looking these days. So we're pulling all that fence. Gonna put new fence in. Then we're gonna move this electric fence down yonder after the garden starts coming up. But yeah, cleaning her all up, getting that fence out, getting all these old sticks out, making it so it's easier for the pigs that are coming in tomorrow and these chickens to just tear it right up nice. Lots of work. Hey friends, so I meant to start taping earlier, but completely forgot that's what I wanted to do. Say hi. No, you can't have it. So I've been working on electrifying the poultry netting, and I had the pigs in there and they kept getting out because it's not electrified yet. So I put them in with my mini pig Gracie, and that's not going so well. So if you hear some squealing, they're fighting. That's just temporary though, because they kept getting out, and usually when they get out, usually when they get out, they take off down the road. So I was not letting that happen. So here is me putting up the electric fence. Now I did not get the copper pipe or copper rods like I did last time. I ended up having some left over from a play set that was in the goat pen, so I'm gonna try that. If it doesn't work, or if it's not like strong enough, then I'm just gonna go get at least one copper rod and see if that helps, because they're only like, I don't know, 3 foot in the ground too, and I have 2 of them right now. It is a small fence. There's only 1 set of it. If I get more, I'll definitely add the 3rd ground, but we'll see how this goes for now. Being delivered today is my checker to see if it's electrified and like how many volts. So I did have one already, but the goats got out and they chewed the wire on it because they're nice. So we're working on that. And I did get the garden cleared out a little bit. The pigs helped a lot. The chickens have done so much. So let me show you what I got going on. Sorry, I'm sitting on the grass, obviously. So it's a lower look. So this is what we have going on right now. It's actually pretty cleared out. I need to get all this junk out. This last year where you see that extra wire, I thought I was going to do a berry patch. Well, I overgrew that berry patch, but I did pick up some more berries today. So I got to get that all cleared out. And then I'm going to actually just spread that down and let the pigs and chickens just eat at that too. So this is all going to be clear hopefully in the next few weeks to a month. And then I can start getting some new, I want to get mushroom soil, I think, or compost soil, I don't know, whichever one's better. And some more wood chips to go on it. I did buy landscaping fabric to go down so I don't have a weed issue, because that is my problem every single year. I let it get overgrown. So we'll see what happens. Let's get going on this electric fence so I get those pigs back in there.
We're gonna keep it low key, keep it softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion, 'cause my love deserves to be free. I never wanna look at a house in the garden, I never wanna lock you down. I know you're not mine, it's just my turn, but we can still have fun for now. You told me you don't really do commitment, trust me, consider your message received. When you said you couldn't take us too seriously, I must admit I was relieved. 'Cause I never wanna play happy families with you, but I like having you around. I'm fully aware this is a flash in the pan, but we can still have fun for now. Stop paying so much attention, and when you're moving in another direction, don't worry, I get it. I meant what I said when I said it, lady. I never wanna look at a house in the garden, I never wanna lock you down.
So what I'm doing is taking an old extension cord. It's one that I had hit with a lawnmower, so it's just no good. And the guy at Tractor Supply actually recommended that I use an extension cord because inside is copper wire. Well, basically, I use the scissors to score it, and I do just a couple inches so it's enough to loop together and like just stick it in there. So I score it with the scissors, and then I'm using this just to score it again so that I can peel it, and then it'll just start to tear on its own. But you want a stop point or else it's just going to keep peeling. See? It's just a little score, and then it peels back. And then you can peel it up into where you just scored it. Ta-da! And then I got wire cutters, and I will do about an inch or so, ½ inch from where I started on each one. And it's really the same process. I just score it with my utility knife.
We're gonna keep it low key, keep it softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion, 'cause my love deserves to be free. I never wanna look at a house in the garden, I never wanna lock you down. I know you're not mine, it's just my turn, but we can still have fun for now. You told me you don't really do commitment, trust me, consider your message received. When you said you couldn't take us too seriously, I must admit I was relieved. 'Cause I never wanna play happy families with you, but I like having you around. I'm fully
And then I did last time, all I did was just take it and then twist them together. And put it in a clamp. And I have leftover wire, a bunch of it. I'm actually not going to cut that just because I'm not sure if I'm going to need a third one, and I don't know if that's going to hinder anything. So if it does, I will cut it and see if that helps the problem. And then if it doesn't, I got to get a third pole and I'll add, like, I'll just cut it where it's, where's my words? I'll cut this side off and just use the one loop and close it. Like, I'll pull it out and then cut it. And then if I do need more, I will just add that piece back and twist them back together and then do the third. So, actually, let's just do that now. So instead of, that way if I do need the other half, I still have it, and otherwise I don't have to have this just laying out. So we're just going to cut it, like, in half. Okay, so, and then I'm going to re-loop this. Now, if I do need to add the other half, I will just braid them back together, if that makes any damn sense. I see you. I didn't bring my screwdriver down. You want out? I think I got just enough to do one more set, so that's perfect. All right, friends, so I didn't really show me putting up this electric fence. This was the after, this is the second half I did. As you can see, I used the yellow string wire because when I originally got it, the guy recommended the tape wire or the tape fencing, which I have over here. I have like half a roll still, so I'm going to use it. I think I might use it just along the bottom because when I went back and got more, the second guy recommended the string because it doesn't get blown by the wind so much. As you can see, it is a little flexible over here, and I don't like that. Like, you can see it so much better because if you look at this, you can barely see there's any wire on it. But I think once the goats get used to it, it's totally fine. I do have to run a middle line here because I was like, oh, this will be fine too at the bottom. I was thinking for the pigs. And then, you know, to height, but I have a miniature goat. So this gap right here is the perfect size for them to run right through. It's head level for them to just dive through. So that was not smart on my part. So we're going to put that in. This is just their lane. As you can see, the girls' door over here is open. and then they just come down the lane and out into the backfield. Now, I do not have it all fenced off. They've only been out here a couple times, but I do have it blocked just so they can't come back on this side. Because what they like to do is go get into the rabbit feeders over here, or over to the garage, or this just keeps them from getting in the road. Now, I know that there's no actual fence over there, but they don't travel into the brush, like, at all. I'm hoping that this summer I can get them in the brush, but I am planning in the next couple weeks, because they're not out here all the time, just on nice days, and only for a few hours. But I am planning on putting fence on the border, just so that they can't get out and nothing else can get in. But for now, they're supervised, so it's fine as it is. But I would like to be able to give them more freedom. All right, so I'm using a solar charger. We're just too far from the house, and I'm not trying to raise the electric bill that much. I did originally get it, well, I got them from Tractor Supply. But I did originally get the smaller one. It was a 5 mile, I think it had 0.17 joules or something like that. When I talked to the guy at Tractor Supply, he said it would probably be fine for miniature goats. He's more concerned about the pigs. I do have coonies, but I started with the small one. Well, the coonies touched the bottom, it zapped them, they were done. Nowhere near it. However, the goats walked right through it. I think the thing is they didn't touch the fence, like they just literally had no fear and walked right through it. Then they just walked right back. They didn't care. They still have their winter coats, so I don't know if that had something to do with it, but they didn't stop. They just walked right through it. So I did upgrade to the 0.2 joule, 0.25 stored. It is a 18 mile radius. Sorry. Or 18 mile of whatever fencing. That does work a lot better. It does have a larger output. The goats seem to be more fearful of it. So it is good. And listen, if you don't know anything about electric fences, like I did not, I had to sit there and talk to the guy at Tractor Supply for a while. Basically, you have to charge your solar charger for 3 days before you use it. You do need ground rods, which I didn't know what the heck that was. When I talked to my dad about it a year or two ago, I thought you just put like a piece of wire in the ground, call it a day. No. I have 3 copper ground rods. 1, 2, and then 3 down here. They're roughly 10 feet apart. They're supposed to go in farther. I could only get them in this far, and I'm not sure if it's because the ground is frozen or I'm not strong enough, so when my brother comes back over, I'm going to have him beat on it a little more. These are 6-foot ground rods, so right now they're probably 3.5 feet in the ground. I mean, it's still putting out a good charge. I'm hoping it gives me even a little bit more when I get them in farther. But they're about 10 feet apart. This is just, you saw on my other electric fence, this is just a, where's my words? An extension cord that I hit with a lawnmower last year. It was a 100-foot extension cord, so I have a lot of this. Basically, I just stripped all 3 pieces. I put it down there. It is, extension cords do have copper wire, so you just strip it to the wire. I twisted it and stuck it into the rod clamp on each one. It's cut off on that end, but it goes from this end straight up to the charger for the ground. I have the fence from the charger to that for the, like the hot fence line. It goes right to the tape. It's just tied in there. It's actually tied in twice because I used the tape originally on the 5-mile one. So I just connected them all. Now you see that it does go down, and you do not need a close, like it doesn't need to come back around. It's not a closed circuit fence. It just goes through no matter what. It doesn't need to be, they don't need to connect on the ends is what I'm trying to say. I did not know that going into it. So I've learned a lot from this process. So this is my solar panel fence, and I do plan on going all the way around with it. It is doing really well. As you can see, they're not touching it. They're staying within their bounds. They don't really travel anyways. And if I go back over to their pen, they're going to run back in because they're just not used to grazing. Hopefully they extend. I'm thinking once we get some good spring weather that they'll start grazing on all that brush. So this is my solar charger. I really like it. It's just sitting on a T-post too, which I thought was really awesome. It's heavy, so it just sits right on it. And we've been having a lot of beautiful days, so she's booming. It does have the switch underneath, on and off. When it's off, the yellow side is low enough that I can just kind of like step over it. This I cannot, I'm not that tall. But this I can step right over it with it off, and then I can just walk around to this side and turn it back on. So I did okay on that, and that wasn't even planned. So, and then when I let the boys out, I just opened their door all the way so that it closes off that gate in between their fences, and then I let them run, and then I close it off on this end by the girls so that they can only go down the lane. They can't go any further than that. And it honestly is working really well. Gives them free choice. They need water, they just go back into their pen, get some water, lay down, whatever they want to do. But I'm liking it. I'm super proud of myself. Been wanting it for a while, so here we are. Alright guys, this is my second charger. This runs my poultry fence. I do have, it's a regular plug-in one. It's regular electric. I don't remember what that's actually called. But let me show you. This is a line that runs straight up to my garage. Straight up to my garage. And then straight to my charger. Now I gotta get this cleaned up, so no judgment. Stop, bully. Alright, it goes right to the charger. This is a smaller one. It was like 60 or 70, I can't remember. But it's just to run the poultry fence. And honestly, the chickens were staying in with just the fencing. But I got my coonies in here, and I'm expanding this garden. Because this little part was just the garden before, but we're making... I always say we, and I just mean me, myself, and I. Making it bigger. Well, now, the pigs are helping me. They're grounding it up really nice. I still have to get all this cleared out because this is going to be part of it. And I'm hoping in the next couple weeks to a month I can get another thing of poultry fence. But for now it's working. They're staying in it. But once I get this cleared out, I'm going to bring that fence over and down. Because there is fence on the back side, but it's just an old fence. It's a rabbit fence. It's keeping them in though. And this is just a low... Stop it. This guy's throwing sand like a little bully. So it is keeping them in for now. They don't like it because they come up to it slow. The chickens don't like it either. They're staying away from it. But they're doing a really good job in here. But here's my setup. I have, once again, that extension cord that I whacked. It's coming right to the fence. And I try to walk it every day to make sure that there's nothing on it. Because they had a whole bunch of dirt dug up on it here, which I think really slows down the charge. So we have this fencing wire, the electric, guys, I can't find my words all the time. The extension cord, straight to the hot line. Red is hot, green is ground. We brought it down, and this is just, I took apart the old trampoline that was part of a play set that we had in the goat pen. And this is actually just one of the legs. It's probably 3.5 feet long. So it's about 2.5 to, probably 2.5 feet in the ground right now. I might try to get it in a little bit more when the ground softens, but it's working for now. So another rod clamp again. Exposed wires, I just cut those open, twisted, and put it in the clamp. And then it comes out, watch out, buddy. Comes down and around. Because I wanted to keep it close to the dog fence just so I'm not hitting it with the lawnmower again and no one's tripping over it. And I only have 2 on this one. Same thing. This one's down a little bit further. Rod clamp. It is working for now. If I do add another piece of poultry fencing, I will add a third one, and I'll probably get a copper one just to boost it. But right now, this is working fine. But like I said, it's not much fencing. So if I get another 50 feet, I will definitely be adding a third ground rod. And I still have more extension cord for that if I need it. I was actually going to try to use this large pole, but my rod clamps are too small for it. What's up, Dad? What's up? So that is my electric fencing I have going right now. And I'm really proud of myself that I did that all by myself too. What's wrong? Say hi. Say hi, Rep Michael. We like being outside until it's windy and a little chilly, and then he's up, bye-bye. But that is my electric fence. I'm super happy with it. I did it all by myself. I got it all set up, and it works. I did get an electric tester off Amazon. I had to buy a second one because the goat got loose and chewed up my first one. Elvis. He's my buck. But the second one showed me that it does work. In fact, it does work. So very excited that I was able to do that all by myself because I've been meaning to have an electric fence for a long time. Finally getting projects done, and it's just so rewarding that, I don't know, that being self-sufficient, not really needing anyone to help you. It's really empowering, right? We did it all by ourselves. So that is that. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So listen up, ladies. If I can do it, you can do it. So that is my story. 1 girl, 2 electric fences. All right. Stay tuned because we got more coming on, more builds, more goat babies. Lots of good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Say bye. No.